Hey, I'm gonna rant for the sake of transparency. Anyway, nobody should watch this, but just I kind of want to like check myself. I do sort of have this like stupid naive belief. What do I have? I have this stupid naive belief that like basically like if I can't say something on here and save it on some video, then it's like I'm being bad or something like that. What am I saying? But this is kind of like stupid because like is it stupid? Well, the things is like my now I know that like my niece and my brother could like use anything I say against me. Anyway, still, I just want to say, what do I want to say? Basically, I wrote this thing to my dad, just basically saying like, you know, my brother's like not responding to me. And then my dad said for years now, like, oh, you stand to inherit these houses. And that, I think really that basically significantly altered my plans. Like basically, I got it into my head about 3 years ago that I was going to inherit two houses. That made me think like, oh, like I can just kind of fuck around and do jujitsu and improv acting. But now he's saying not necessarily. And so the combination of like my niece spying on me and trying to badmouth me to my dad, plus my brother acting all weird, is making my imagination think like they backstabbed me. They made some deal with my dad to like get him to give them the houses instead. And so just my brain thinking that is making me think, well, then fuck that. Like, I don't want to. My brother's like a bad guy. He's like, I don't want to deal with him anymore. And then with my dad, like it seems like that's not totally fair to do. You can't just kind of say like, "Oh yeah," like basically just in the interest of being able to plan my future. That seems like something that I'm gonna want to sort of know. It's like I'm gonna want to know like like it seems like unfair to basically say like, "Oh yeah, like you're gonna get houses," and then like psych no houses. It's like okay, well I kind of based like the last like 3 years of my decisions off of one future. But now if that future isn't possible anymore, that's gonna be something like I should plan for that. Like I should basically, if I'm high and dry, I'd want to know that now rather than like 10 or 15 years or 20 years, whatever. Like basically it's like that it seems like unreasonable to just sort of leave that open. That seems like a fair thing. Is like you can't just kind of say like, "Oh yeah, like you're fine in the future," and then just like, "Nope, you're fucked in the future." It's like, well, if I'm fucked in the future, I better start like that's gonna really change the way I think about stuff. Like my it definitely like alters how I think. Like I'm gonna think like, oh shit, I better start like planning for that. I better start like thinking about career, thinking about like what kind of places can I move to that would be really cheap. And then like thinking like how soon do I have to move? Like what should I do? How much time do I have to mess around? Do I have any time? What's my point? Basically, I feel like that's a reasonable conclusion. It's like, okay, cool, like I get nothing. But first of all, if I get nothing and Ryan like duped me out of it, I definitely want to know that before I have anything to do with my brother, or I'm never gonna deal with his daughter ever again. But that seems like a reasonable question. I don't know, but I mean, as long as I'm imagining otherwise, that's gonna really make me not want to deal with my brother. And then what else? Just like you know, if it is kind of like you get nothing, I would want to like plan for my future like that. I'd be like, well, I should like know that sooner so I can start thinking about like, well, I better like figure out where I'm gonna move to, like how to get like a tiny house or like what part of the country you can live on if you have like nothing. Yeah, I mean that's gonna really determine, like, if I get a job, will I want to stay at that job? Should I be looking for other jobs? Should I be looking for cheap places to move in different parts of the country, possibly different countries? Yeah, I mean, like, those are things that, like, I'm gonna want to start planning for. What's the point? I think that's basically, I'm trying to think, like, is that a reasonable thing to have written to my dad? Yeah, I think it's a reasonable thing to have written to my dad, because I mean, he did say, like, this is all so awful. This is all like the kind of awful shit that typically happens with people. But anyway, what? Yeah, it seems like that's gonna wanna. That's a reasonable thing to ask. So anyway, I just basically am like, yeah, like, I don't know. Basically, like, if I get nothing, I should know that, so I can plan for having nothing. If I have something, I want to sort of like plan for that. It just seems like, what is the future? It seems like you should be able to sort of know the future, rather than like think that it's one way and then many years down the road thinking it's that way, having it be like suddenly change. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable thing.